Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can access the individual bits of a 16 or 32 bits variable. So let's take a look on our previous example where we created an structure called VFD. Here on our structure we have the control word and the speed reference, which are used to control your VFD. But let's say we can have a third variable called status word, where you can retrieve the status of your VFD in this variable. So every bit will mean something, like the bit 0 will be the running state, or your bit 1, it will mean that your VFD is in fault state. So we need to access the individual bits of status word in order to show in a HMI or an SCADA, for example. So to show that your VFD is currently stopped or it has a fault that needs to be solved. Okay, so how we can do this? You can do this simply by going to your ladder logic or your ST logic, depending on the language you're currently using. Let's say that I want to take a normally open contact and place with a coil. And let's say that my bit 0 of my status word means running. So if it's true, it means that my VFD is running with no problems, and my bit 1 is an active fault. So if it is 1, it means that I have a fault on my VFD that needs to be solved. I have my variable called VFD sector 1 that is typed as VFD. So let's take VFD sector 1 dot status word dot 1. So if this bit is true, it means I have a fault. So I can create a variable called fault VFD 1. It will be a primal type, like a bool type. Okay, so now if I have a fault on my status word dot 1, it means that my bit 1 of my status word, it will trigger a variable called VFD 1, a fault VFD 1. And I can use this variable to show in an HMI or in my SCADA. So let's take a look. I'm going to log in here. Of course, you'll be reading these values through a network like Modbus, for example. So here on my status word, you'll be reading these values through Modbus, and let's say that Modbus of this variable to true. If that's true, it means that I'm triggering the bit 1 of this variable, and we trigger my fault VFD1 variable. Then I can show this variable on an HMI screen. So that's it for today's video, and we learned how we can access individual bits of analog variables.